I just made this professional looking ad using AI. Same lighting, same composition. All I did was swap the product. That's it. There was no Photoshop, no camera. I didn't hire any photographers. So did I really make this ad, or did I just steal someone's work? Let's talk about it. All right, before I get into the ethics of this and kind of rant about what my opinion is, I'm going to show you how I'm actually doing this. So I'm in ChatGPT 4.0 right here, and I'm just going to show you kind of the process of what I did to achieve this. So what I did first is I just uploaded my 2 reference photos. So I've got the first photo, which is this Corona ad, which I thought was really nice, you know, like the composition, the lighting, everything. And then I took my LaCroix can and I just placed this in here too. And I'm gonna write a little prompt. I'm gonna say, replace the beer bottle with the LaCroix can. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, it's super simple. I'm not giving it a ton of direction. We're just gonna see what happens. And just like that, it automatically does it. I didn't have to tell it really anything. It got the lighting right. I mean, it looks almost the same as what I showed earlier. It did crop in a little bit. It didn't do that on my first time doing it. So, you know, sometimes it might mess up a little bit, but overall, kind of scary what it can do. Let's try another one. All right, so I've got this reference here. It's some type of drink, it looks like, but it's on a cool little set on the beach. And I thought this would be a good idea to maybe replace it with some deodorant. I know this is like tropical vibes, so let's see what happens here. Replace the cans with the 2 versions of deodorant provided. All right, look at that, guys. It's crazy. It's legitimately crazy. This is what I gave it. So it had this nice little set on the beach. We've got our cans and these little toothpick things, whatever. And then it gave us this. I think the biggest thing that I'm impressed with is the fact that it redid the whole label. It recreated the product. Like it's the actual product, which is really amazing to me. And then it put it in the same set. So we've got shadows right here. See this shadow casting from the little canopy chair. And then there's shadows where it's touching on the sand. It's the same composition. It just replaced the cans. I didn't have to build a set or anything. Wild. Let's do one more because I'm honestly having a little bit of fun with this and I really want to drive home how crazy this is. All right, so what I have here is this really cool Yeti ad. It's like halfway submerged in the water. Got some kind of island in the background. Just looks really cool. And this would take a lot of work to make this look real. I would either have to do a ton of editing or take some fantastic shot, which, you know, it's even harder than just doing this in Photoshop. So what I want to do is I want to put in this Igloo Playmate cooler. I think it would be kind of silly because, you know, this is kind of like the, maybe the budget brand. I hate to say that because I don't want to like offend Igloo or anything, but like that's kind of the perception I have. So I just want to see if it could take that and put it into this, you know, more rugged advertisement. And I'm actually going to ask it to remove the branding and the copy too. So let's see what happens here. Replace the cooler with the Igloo cooler and remove the copy and logo. All right, let's see what happens. All right, this one is probably my favorite yet out of all of these. It's crazy. It actually upscaled the image of the cooler. It changed the orientation. It rotated it like 3/4. It's got it submerged in the water. I mean, it's super clear. It's crazy. It really is crazy. So I took this as the inspiration and then had it make this. Wild, absolutely wild. So I think I just established how good and how easy it is to recreate photos and product photography with just a couple clicks using AI. And while this might seem like a harmless, fun activity, it actually does pose some deeper ethical questions. Questions like, can I use this for professional work? Do I owe the photographer anything? Can I even trace down who the original creator was? This is kind of like a gray zone that we're entering when it comes to AI art. It's just questions unknown, and I'm honestly just kind of looking under the hood and trying to figure out what the answer is. And maybe you guys know. Maybe you could let me know in the comments. The more I look into this, the more I see there's an actual debate forming. Some believe that if it's not pixel for pixel, then it's okay. And others believe just by using the intellectual property or the creative ideas, you are stealing. I think to do this video justice, I need to look into this a little bit further. So to find out more information about the ethics of this, I thought it would be kind of funny to go straight to the source and ask the perpetrator. So I've got ChatGPT on my phone right here, and I'm gonna have a conversation and see what it thinks about this. All right, so I have a question. Is it ethically moral to use ChatGPT image generator to create ads for campaigns?
That's a great question. The ethics of using AI-generated images in ad campaigns can be a bit nuanced. On one hand, it's a powerful tool that can save time and money, and it can spark creativity. On the other hand, you have to consider issues like originality, potential copyright concerns, and transparency with your audience. It's generally considered more ethical if you're clear about how the images are created and ensure you're not directly mimicking someone else's copyrighted work. Ultimately, it depends on how you use it and the standards you want to uphold for your brand or clients.
All right, so say for example, I see a product shot that I like, and then I just take that shot and ask ChatGPT to replace the product with my own product. Is that ethical?
In that scenario, it gets trickier. Using someone else's product shot as a base and just swapping out the product can blur the lines of originality and fair use. It could be seen as derivative of the original photographer's work, which might lead to legal or ethical concerns. It's usually more ethical to create something original or use the AI tool to generate a unique composition rather than replicating someone else's creative layout or style too closely.
Yeah, I agree. In my personal opinion, I see this becoming a problem more and more the better AI gets. Do you think this will be an issue? And how do we combat this?
Yeah, as AI tools become more advanced, these ethical issues are likely to grow. One way to combat it is through clear guidelines and industry standards on how AI-generated content can be used.
Where do I find some of these guidelines? Do they exist already?
Some guidelines and best practices do exist, and they're often developed by industry organizations, professional associations, and even some government agencies. For instance, organizations like the Content Authenticity Initiative and the Partnership on AI. If you want to dive deeper into it, I can help you find some specific resources or examples.
All right, so I feel like I got some answers there, and I feel like I didn't offend ChatGPT too much, calling them a thief. So let's look more into the Content Authenticity Initiative and see what that's about. So this is the Content Authenticity Initiative website. From a quick glance, it looks like what it's doing is it's adding meta descriptions or some type of tag to the images. Got a bunch of different brands on board, which I think it's great. I just want some more of that transparency. Some FAQs here. What is the Content Authenticity Initiative? Kind of what I was saying. Community's mission to support broad adoption. Just making sure that things are transparent and yada, yada, yada. What I did find is under ecosystem, there's a little verify tab. So I went into that. So I uploaded the image that I made replacing the Corona with the LaCroix. And this tells me that an app or device was used, ChatGPT. So it's immediately recognizing that this was made using artificial intelligence, which I think is great. Now, unfortunately, this does pose even more questions. Basically, can I get around this? Is there ways to maybe screenshot this, etc.? And if I want to answer those, that's going to have to be another video because this rabbit hole just keeps going down further and further. But overall, I think it is really cool that there's initiatives being made like the Content Authenticity Initiative and other ones that I'm sure I just don't know about and I could probably learn more about if I did more research. So the big question and the main reason you clicked on this video is for an answer. Is AI stealing art? And honestly, after this video, I want to blanket statement and say, yes, it is. But unfortunately, I think it is deeper than that. Now, I do feel comfortable saying if you're taking a reference photo and just replacing it with your own product and calling it yours, yeah, you're stealing. I mean, obviously, use your best judgment here. If you even have that feeling like, hey, I might be stealing something here, you probably are. But when it comes to using AI to generate new things, I really can't say for sure whether this is stealing or not. The main reason I really can't say for sure is I just don't know how it's generating these images yet. I know it is taking the conglomeration of a bunch of different reference images and creating something new, but is that really something new? And the bigger question is this any different than what we do already as digital artists? I know in Photoshop we take things here and there and manipulate them enough to where it becomes something new. Is that the same thing with AI? I don't know. The takeaway I want you to have from this video is just be a good person. Don't steal things. AI is definitely getting into that territory where we can take watermarks off of things and we can claim things to be ours or pretend like we spent all this time making something that we actually did in a couple clicks. Whether you agree or disagree with me, please let me know in the comments. I want to get a discussion rolling. And if there's a lot of discussion, I'll actually make a follow-up video to this. But I wanted to create this video and just get a temperature check on how you guys felt and what you thought about this. So again, let me know in the comments. Well, guys, that's all I got for you. Until the next one, peace.